Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the live white carpet of the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball. We are celebrating the country's Jubilee anniversary of independence live from the Atlantis Imperial Ballroom. And ladies and gentlemen, it is a night of fabulous fashion, fun, and of course, celebrating all the things we love about being Bahamian. It is my pleasure to be joining you tonight. I'm Aravina Apia. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. Tonight, we're expecting to talk to so many wonderful Bahamians who are here ready to celebrate all of the things that make us great. We are celebrating 50 years as an independent nation, and it's such a major milestone, and it's culminating in just 3 days. July 10th is just 3 days away. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, if you can imagine the events that have already happened, you were there for the tea party, you were there for the fashion show, you know that Bahamians know how to get dressed. And tonight is no different. We're expecting to see and view some amazing fashions. And I just, you know, I'm here. I tried to dress up for you. I hope I did okay. And joining me tonight, as usual, is my partner in crime, Marcos Ambrister, who is somewhere out there, and we'll be going to him shortly. But I want you to know how much effort has really gone into making this an exceptional night of beauty. The ballroom is so immaculately decorated, and you know, it's going to be an amazing thing for everyone to see. I understand that Marcos is settled where he is. Marcos, how are things looking where you are?
Good evening, Arabana, and good evening, Bahamas. Oh my God, the evening is just getting ready to start, and it's already shaping up to be an unforgettable event. It's going to be a night of elegance, a night of a celebration of independence, of course. We are 3 days away from celebrating what took place July 10th, 1973. And so tonight we are having the Jubilee Gala, and everybody is out dressed in their finest linens, and of course they are ready to celebrate everything that we know to be Bahamian. Tonight we've seen already dignitaries already on their way, and of course we're ready to see all that's going to happen. As Ravina would have said, the ballroom is decorated to the T, and I mean, I can't wait to see. Of course, we're going to have some special performances. I've already taken a sneak peek already, and of course that means that tonight is going to be nothing short of excellent, nothing short of amazing, and of course we're looking forward to bringing it all to you, all of our viewers at home. Of course, we want you to stay tuned, be sure to share the live as well, and of course, be ready to comment and take part as best as possible. I'm going to send it back to you, Ravina. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Thank you so much, Marcos. The white carpet is in full swing, and joining me now is the Minister of Agriculture, the Honorable Clay Seating. Hi, Minister. How are you?
Hi, Ravina. How are you?
I am very well. You look very dapper.
Thank you.
I see you put on all your clothes to come to the Legacy Ball.
I even had to find some.
How exciting is this night, and obviously all of the events that have been going on for independence? How excited are you to be here tonight to mark this major milestone?
This is amazing, and being a young individual in this country, to be able to celebrate. You know, a lot of us wasn't here to fight for independence, but we're here to celebrate 50 years later, and for us to be able to bridge that gap and to just celebrate where we are, where we've come as a people. I think it's something that all of us, from the Family Islands to New Providence, can celebrate together.
I love that you brought in the Family Islands, because obviously, you know, everyone cannot be here in the capital as we celebrate, but how important is, or how proud are you to see the level of involvement that has, you know, happened with the Family Islands as we celebrate 50 years?
You know, I must commend the Secretariat, that's dear Bryce, for doing that. I mean, from the beginning of this year up till now, she's done a wonderful job to include the Family Islands, whether it's through races or activities. And Luther, we've had numerous things just this week alone, and as we lead up to Sunday evening to celebrate independence. So for me, being a Family Islander, that's very important to ensure that we show inclusion, especially being in 50th, and we've done a wonderful job, and you know, I'm excited to be a part of it and just to celebrate tonight.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and talking with me. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Ladies and gentlemen, we're kicking it back to Marcos. Marcos, who do you have with you?
And Ravina, you know, for tonight, I'm going to allow you to get all of the people in. But what I would like to do is to definitely show all of the Bahamian people all of the beauty and elegance and everything that went into this event, so that they can see exactly what's happening tonight at our Jubilee Gala. As you can see, we have beautiful artwork that is displayed all throughout the the entire white carpet tonight. We've gone from the red carpet at the fashion show to the pink carpet at the tea party, and now tonight we are decked out in the white carpet. I can't wait to see. We're probably going to have the gold carpet, the silver carpet. I mean, you never know, the platinum carpet. You never know what's going to come next. But tonight, I promise that I'm going to give you as much of a sneak peek as possible, Bahamas, so that you guys can feel very much so a part of this event. As you can see, we have guests arriving. People are, of course, taking their time, getting their drinks, and of course, getting ready to celebrate everything that is Bahamian. So, Ravana, I hope you're ready for this extraordinary event, and Bahamas, I hope that you're ready to see everything that our Independent Secretariat has planned for you. Celebrate Bahamas.
Thank you so much, Marcos. I have to say, friend, you look very dapper. I'm just a little blown away. I love your little pin situation that you have going on. Clearly, you got the memo, and so many people have absolutely gotten the memo. The glitz, the glamour, the fashion is out because, as I keep saying, y'all know, any excuse that we get to celebrate ourselves, to dress up, and be a part of celebratory events, we take the opportunity. And I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to see all of the amazing people who are going to be here tonight. I hope we get to talk to some very interesting faces. I know that there are several key players in the room, persons who have been intricately involved in the planning of all of these independence events. And I hope that we get to actually talk to them and share with you the amount of effort that has gone into this night. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are joining us live from wherever you are, I want you to, just take a moment to drop down in the comments and say hello. Let people know that you're watching. Joining me now, Mr. Clarence Earl. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Thank you very much. You look very dapper.
Thank you.
So, tell us how excited you are to be here tonight.
Oh, this is just a wonderful time. And you think that this moment in time will never come again, and we are fortunate enough to be alive to see it. To think of where our parents and others were 50 years ago and how proud they are to see us where we are today. It's wonderful.
This is really an opportunity for, I know, young people to really be a part of history, but this is going to be in the history books, all of the amazing efforts and work that went into making our 50th anniversary of independence special. How do you feel about, young people being able to experience it at this level as well?
Yeah, I think it's probably something that they will grow and grow to appreciate as they go older. Perhaps in a decade or so they'll look back and realize how fortunate they were. The good thing about them is they get to see where we are now. They have the history of where we were, but they're going to be the ones who are going to take us to another level. And as far as we've come with social justice, with education, with fine arts, with everything you can think of, they're going to take us even further. So it'll be wonderful to look back and see all those accomplishments in a decade or so.
Absolutely. But I want to say you look absolutely beautiful as well. I love the touch of royal blue.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
How excited are you to be here tonight?
I am honored and excited just to be able to witness this moment in history and to be able to both rub shoulders with persons that would have made this moment possible, as well as to look ahead at persons that would also be here tonight who would possibly be able to usher in the next 50 years.
Well, I want to thank you both for joining me on the carpet. You guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great night. Marcos, where are you? I saw behind you there were some wings, some gold wings. What else can you show me from the setup at the white carpet, friend?
Robina, I've moved from the golden wings, and I'm now decked out at the 50th yellow elderflower. Are we going to go with that? Yeah, we'll just make it like that. But guess what? I'm joined by a longtime friend, and of course a Bahamian extraordinaire, none other than
Santosh Sargent.
Santosh, it is so good to see you, and of course to be here tonight, of course celebrating everything that is Bahamian.
Yeah.
Tell me, what does tonight mean to you?
Well, what tonight means to me is prideful. I'm proud to be Bahamian and to look at the strides that we would have made as a small country compared to so many other countries that would have had independence before us. I am a proud Bahamian. So it's all about pride. Not cocky, but prideful.
And so tell me tonight, of course, you're prideful, but I mean, you're beautiful, you're dashing, you're dazzling. You deserve to be proudful. Can you tell me, who are you wearing tonight? I hope it's a Bahamian. If it's not, we're going to have a problem.
Well, I want to say Chanel, but I left that one home. Tonight I'm wearing LSD Couture, made by Lavika herself.
Oh my God, that is a Bahamian design and extraordinaire. I got a chance to speak with her at the fashion show. And I mean, is she someone that you go to normally, or is it just for something of this a magnitude?
All occasions. So whether it's a wedding, it's a funeral, a ball like this, she is totally amazing and very diversified, and she's creative, and that's what I like. She thinks outside of the box.
So tell me something. What are you most looking forward to tonight?
The entertainment, of course. I know they have a lineup of celebrities, Bahamian celebrity artists, and I'm looking forward to sculling the night away.
Well, thank you so much for joining me, Mr. Sergeant. I can't wait to see you some more tonight and to see while you're sculling.
Have a good one.
Take care. All right, back to you, Robina.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're headed to a break, but we'll be here when you get back with more live coverage from the white carpet at the Legacy Ball here at the Atlantis Resort.
Like, I am literally planning my next event.
I had so much fun today.
And it feels good to be a Bahamian.
Awesome, awesome job.
That's what I mean to be a Bahamian, right?
It's the best day of my life.
This is an absolutely fantastic experience. It's the 50th on Bay. There's an amalgamation of taste, of colors, of food, of everything that you can think of that is 100% authentically Bahamian.
Seeing the different nationalities all collaborating together just to bring something beautiful to the Bahamas, I thought it was just beautiful.
Bahamian entertainment and Bahamian art and craft.
The police band going by and the guys on stilts and the different activities that they had down here.
The food, the drinks, everything was a ball.
There's a melting pot of the young, the old, the in-between, and everybody's having a good time.
My favorite thing is the big concert going on.
You know, as a small business owner and to see where we have come from and to be able to have the freedom to do business, that's an awesome feeling.
Again, just being a part of it is an honor.
And we produce Bahamian history coloring books and cultural history coloring books. I think as the 50th approaches, everybody is like, they want to celebrate. If we can align our books with that message, I think it works well for everybody.
Okay, well, it's very, very important for us to be here today because we got great exposure. We got to sell our brand, our specialty drinks, our name.
Overall, it was really a success for us.
It's really important for me to come out here and just see how we're growing as a country. You know, 50 years of independence is a huge milestone.
It's a time for all of us to come together as Bahamians and celebrate how far we've come as a country.
Like, I am 50.
This is the first generation. We get to see how they shaped this country over these past 50 years, and we get to see the new generation come out.
Just to celebrate with family. I heard Abaco in the building. I heard Freeport in the building. Inagua, Mayaguana. It feels like everybody came together through this big celebration. I just want to see more of this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from the Atlantis Resort, the white carpet at the Independence Legacy Ball. It is such an amazing setup here, guys. It is so beautiful. And also, I mean, it is filled with lots of wonderful people. I understand that my good friend Marco Sambrista is out and about in the halls and taking a look at all of the beautiful decor. Marcos, what's going on where you are?
Hi, Ravana. So right now I'm actually not in the halls, but instead I am on the outside, the side entrance, where we're going to see a lot of our guests and dignitaries come. But what I wanted to show you is even the detail that has been put into the side entrance, guys. Look at this. I mean, this is just a beautiful display of what it is to be Bahamian. As you can see, all of our flag colors are on display. We have the aquamarine, the gold, and the black. And of course, we see a beautiful design of 50. I don't think anybody has been more proud to celebrate 50 before. Most people at the age of 50 are usually scared to say their age, but the Bahamas is definitely doing it proud right now, as you can see. I'm going to take you over to this beautiful decor. I mean, if you were to look at this, this is a beautiful design celebrating the Bahamas, celebrating us, celebrating all it is. And actually, before I send back to you, Ravana, I'm actually just going to go in here because it seems as though this is a beautiful, I mean, just look at this. Ravana, as you can see, you're inside dealing with the guests, and I'm out here just enjoying this and having a great time. I'm going to kick it back to you, Ravana. Let me know, who do you have?
Marcos, I want to ride in the yellow buggy. You make it happen. We are absolutely going to make that happen tonight. I am live here inside, and joining me now is this. Now, let me tell you something, ma'am. You are absolutely disrespectful for walking in here looking as good as you look. Okay, and if you tell me you made the dress, then we can fight for real.
Chi, I made the dress.
She made the dress. Introduce yourself to the people on my live right now.
Well, hello, my name is Davika Wilson. I am the fashion designer and owner of LSC Couture and LSC Couture Design Studios.
Now, if you were listening to Marcos, then you will remember that name because one of the beautiful women that Marcos interviewed was actually wearing an exclusive LSD design. So tell us what went into making this gorgeous ensemble.
A lot of love and sleepless nights.
I can imagine. There's so much detail. I just need to give people a little spin. Just, give them a little spin. You look so beautiful. How excited are you to be here tonight?
I'm super excited. I'm ready for the music, for the food. I'm excited.
You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, and happy Independence, Bahamas.
Happy Independence, Bahamas. Like, this is the time to come out and celebrate. I know there are a lot of people who are here, those of us who weren't there when independence was being fought for. So how important is it that people really get into the independence spirit as we come up on July 10th?
We have to celebrate our Bahamian pride because we are all we have.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I hope the dress holds up because, listen, this is a lot going on. But you look absolutely stunning. I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Ladies and gentlemen, this is just a taste of all of the amazing looks that we are expected to see tonight live on the white carpet. As Marco said, we had a red carpet at the fashion show. We had the pink carpet at the tea party, and now we are here with the white carpet. Marcos, I hope you found the keys to the buggy because when I leave from here, we go enjoy riding.
Free ride at 5 is a bit too late right now, Rob. Now, we are enjoying the elegance of what it is to be at the Jubilee Gala. And Ravana, I have finally found the white carpet.
The white carpet.
As you can see, I am actually on it, and I am getting ready to walk all over it. I see all of the beautiful designs that are out here tonight. As you can see, I mean, even who puts a chandelier? Who puts a chandelier?
Who puts a chandelier?
Who puts a chandelier in the middle of a hallway on a white carpet?
Apparently, Bahamians do because it's the Jubilee and it's the Legacy Ball.
We are known to be extra, and it is our Jubilee Gala. As you can see, I'm going to walk you now even over to... I'm going to walk you even on over to...
Oh, look who it is.
I'm going to walk you on over to...
Look who it is, ladies and gentlemen. Marcos. I was telling you, I don't know if you could hear me, but I was telling you, I like your little pin situation. You look very dapper, friend.
Definitely going to put in that plug there for Pico lapel.
Obviously, another Bahamian brand.
Bahamian brand.
We love to see it.
We love it, and look at you. I mean, you are. Can you give the people a little turn, give them a little something? Oh, and you're blonde. You know what they say about blonde girls?
You know they say we have more fun, Marcos.
You sure do.
We absolutely do.
I can see it.
I'm having a good old time already.
And I am so happy to be here.
Now we can't be taking about time. Go do your job. Go on.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back on this white carpet. I'm going to go back on this white carpet. And guys, as you can see, people are already enjoying themselves. They are out there taking pictures. They are walking the white carpet. And hopefully, you know, I get to get a little photo in here, if you guys don't mind. Let me see if I can ask them. Mr. Photographer, is it okay if I take a little photo or two, even while I'm on the air? That's fine? Oh, I love to hear it. And so, Robin, as you can see, Bahamians are out tonight enjoying themselves. They are out with their finest linens, and tonight is going to be one that is just full of excitement, full of celebration, and full of elegance. Back to you, Robin.
Joining me now is former Cabinet Minister Danny Johnson. How you doing, sir?
Oh, you ma'am, fantastic. And yourself?
I am very well. And joining him is?
I'm his daughter, Grace Johnson.
Nice to meet you. You guys look fabulous. Welcome to the Legacy Ball. How are y'all feeling tonight?
It's wonderful to be here, wonderful to be with you. We were talking earlier about the story of the country that binds us together. And in everything we do, there's a story behind, you know, the glory.
So I love that, the story behind the glory.
The glory. So people see the glory, they see the glitz, they see the glamour. And sometimes we forget what you had to do to get there. And that story actually connects everybody.
I love that. How excited are you? I mean, you look like a very young person. So I'm going to say that you were not here 50 years ago, obviously. So how are you feeling to be a part of all of the celebrations that are going on?
I feel like it's kind of surreal because I've grown up with knowing all of the history, and I've tried my hardest to acknowledge that. And I feel like it's a very nice moment to be here with my family and to see like all the things that they saw 50 years ago and what they've grown up with. It's really nice.
Well, put it into context for you properly. This Dame Marguerite's granddaughter, Lyndon Pindling. She's a Pindling Johnson, Oscar Johnson, Sylvia Johnson's granddaughter. And for them, they've heard it, they've seen people talk about it, have lived it, and now having to learn it in the context of the next generation, it's interesting. But that's the top of it. They also have to see the people who are on the bottom of it, the struggle, the passion, the pain, what happened in the Family Islands, what happened before 1973, before 1967. What we had to go through for 300 years since we were here hustling on our own when no one believed in us. And now look at us now. And I'm glad this is a generational conversation. So I'm really happy to be here with the next generation. They need to know the story.
It's the story behind the glory. The whole story behind the glory. Well, I want to thank you both so much for being here. Marcos, we're kicking it over to you. What's going on in your neck of the woods?
As you can see, I found another big old 50 sign. I mean, we're celebrating this like the Golden Jubilee that it is. And of course, behind me, you can even see all of the people that are entering and exiting the ballroom, and people are getting ready for this auspicious event. But guess what? I am joined now by Mrs.
Andre Francis.
Miss Andre Francis, and I know you might know that Francis might sound familiar. And if you do not know, we are celebrating now all of the founding fathers of the Bahamas. And I want to introduce you to the daughter of one of our founding fathers. Can you let them know who your father is?
Yes, my father is the late Honorable Carlton E. Francis Sr.
So can you tell us a little bit about what your father stood for us, and you know his legacy and the impact of what he did for us?
Right. My father wanted the Bahamas to be independent from Great Britain so that we can stand on our own. He was a stern educator also in the country. He educated many, many people. Especially in the field of mathematics, and then he decided that he would go into politics to make a change from the original UBP government. So he was a part of the first government under the leadership of the late Honorable Lyndon Pindling.
And look at that, just like that, you know, things are now making a 360, and we are here celebrating, and now she's even able to stand in his stead and watch what his contributions have now led to. It must be an awesome feeling.
It's an awesome feeling. I was about 14 years old when it happened, July the 10th, 1973. I also participated with my school, and I remember all of the events that he went to, and we were always excited about it.
And that was 50 years ago, and now we are here in 2023 getting ready to celebrate our 50th Jubilee. We are looking forward to everything tonight will be. Back to you, Arabana.
Thank you so much, Marcos. I have with me Olympic royalty, Bahamian Olympic royalty in the person of Miss Pauline Davis. She's an author, she's an activist, she's a coach, she is everything, and also she's now an international award winner for her book. Thank you so much for being here. How are you feeling tonight?
I am divine. I'm so excited.
You look divine.
I'm so excited to be here to celebrate our beautiful girl's 50th birthday, and I tell people she's the most beautiful girl in the world because I've been to 177 countries. And they're none more beautiful. And the ones that I haven't seen, it's impossible.
So I understand that you are actually born on July 9th, which is just one day shy of independence. You're supposed to be holding on a little longer to come in on the 10th, man, Pauline. You're supposed to, hold on a little. But you know what? You came into the world kicking and screaming, and we are all better for it.
Yes, my mother said I flew out of there, hollering, kicking and screaming, arms and leg, everything in the air. The doctor said, we don't have to spank this one.
How exciting is it? I mean, you have been to all of these countries representing the Bahamas. How do you feel to be here tonight to witness this major milestone?
I'm just ecstatic, It ain't bad from the girl from Baintown, right? Now, Bain and Grantstown. I never dreamed in a million years. First of all, that I'll be in the position that I'm in, that I'll be able to do the things that I did, go on to the world stage, represent my country, my beautiful country, the Bahamas, and my life is just a dream. It's a complete dream.
What do you hope people who are here tonight take away from this experience and all of the experiences that we have had leading up to July 10th this year?
I hope that they understand what a beautiful country God has blessed us with. I hope that they understand that this is a place that God lives. I hope that they understand that we must keep her clean, very clean and pristine, because she's a beautiful girl. And we should expect nothing less. That's our job as Bahamian, to make sure that we take care of her. And we could do a better job. Right now, there's too much garbage around the place. And we could do a better job taking care of her. Growing up in Baintown, I'm telling you, we could have eaten off anyone's floor. That's how clean and pristine Baintown was.
And so we're trying to get back to that. I totally understand. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here. You have an amazing night, and I hope you enjoy your upcoming birthday.
I'm most definitely going to enjoy my upcoming birthday. I just found out yesterday that I'm an international award author now. So I just have so much to be thankful and grateful for. And like I say, as if I'm dreaming. I would never dream for a million years coming out of Baintown that I would be able to accomplish these things. But through God's grace and mercy and that little community called Baintown, I'm thankful.
We are so proud of you. Thank you so much for being here. Good night, everyone. So coming with me to me now, I understand, is Mr. Ronaldo Toot, who is... Hello, good evening, sir, right there for you. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am great. Introduce yourselves to the people on the line.
Okay, my name is Ronaldo Toot. I am the Director of Court Services for the Office of the Judiciary.
Hey, Mr. Toot, I love the pen. You look very dapper. You're giving all of the things that need to be given tonight. How do you feel?
Well, listen, before I get into that, I told your producer, I said, listen, I love her show. I watch it when it comes on TV. I can't pronounce the name, but I said, I love her show. I said, she's so funny.
Well, thank you. I'd like to think so. It's good to be validated. What can I say? How excited are you to be here tonight? We've been talking to people about this monumental milestone for the country. It really is. How are you feeling about being here in the thick of things?
I'm excited. I'm really, really excited that after 50 years where the Bahamas has come, and like I was explaining to the producer, even this in of itself, this show, this production, the way we roll out the red carpet, I think this is something that we should do on an annual basis. Where the Bahamas has come from in terms of where we now implement technology, when we're talking about carbon footprint, being the leader right now inside the Caribbean region in certain areas of our services and our industries, it is amazing. And I always say it's only by God's grace and mercy that we're here. And so I want to thank the Lord and the Prime Minister and the leaders of every government institution for where we are today.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you so much for being a part of the show. Oh, awesome. You have a good name. Ladies and gentlemen, we are still here live from the white carpet at the Atlantis Resort, the Imperial Ballroom, for the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball. It's the Jubilee of Independence. I understand that Marcos has a very special guest with him.
Special guest, Ravana. As you can see, I have the Deputy Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas in the Jubilee year of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, none other than the Honorable I. Chester Cooper. How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well. This is an exciting occasion.
I'm sure it is. Tell us a little bit about what tonight means to you.
Well, it's important because we're celebrating the making of a country.
Yes.
And I always say that it's not easy to build a country. And we have built one in a short period of time that we can be very proud of. And tonight we're celebrating that. 50 years of independence of a country we've built with our own hands. So I think this is an important occasion for us all to be very proud of.
And then when you look at where we have come in 50 years compared to some of our counterparts in other small developing island countries, tell me what do you feel like in comparison to other countries for the progress and strides that we've made?
Well, we've built institutions consistently over the last 50 years. We've had a significant level of social transformation. We have politically stable environment. We have an economy that is booming. We have a citizenry who exude great pride about everything it means to be Bahamian. We have a strong culture, and yet we continue to advance. We continue to improve, and we recognize that the next 50 years must be as well as the past 50 years. So we all recognize that we got a job to do, and we're working steadily towards that.
And very quickly before we go, tell us a little bit about the celebrations that are happening in Exuma and the Ragged Islands. Of course, I know you're an island boy and you represent your town very proudly.
I'm delighted to go to Exuma tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to the night celebration, but I'm more excited, quite frankly, to go home tomorrow. I'm going to do a little bit of fishing really early. That's important too. It's a favorite pastime. And then we're going to have our version of the tattoo. We're going to have some exciting events. The beauty of my constituency is I move around from Staniel Key to Black Point to Farmers Key, then I go to the mainland, and then I go to Ragged Island. So tomorrow is my opportunity to move around. I'll see a lot of people and, get to share the national pride with them. So I'm excited about representing a family island. I'm grateful to the people of Exuma and Ragged Island for voting me in a second time, and I'll be delighted to be with them tomorrow.
And we are grateful for your representation of Deputy Prime Minister. I'm going to throw it back to you, Ravana. That's one more time the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, Deputy Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas.
Joining me now is the High Commissioner to the Republic of India, Mr. Lowell Mortimer. Welcome, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
It's so nice to see you tonight. How are you feeling?
I'm very delighted to be here among so many Bahamians celebrating our 50th anniversary.
As someone who represents the Bahamas internationally, how exciting is it to really be back at home in order to celebrate this major milestone?
Well, actually, I'm non-resident, but it's always good to be here. It's always good to be in India and to come back home and to be among our people.
What do you think is the most important thing you want Bahamians to take away from our celebrations of 50 years as an independent nation?
I think they could use it as a stepping stone to our nation building from 1973 till now, see what we've done in 50 years, and just build on that and carry on.
Thank you very much for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Joining me now is Mrs. Allison Maynard Gibson, looking absolutely wonderful, and her husband. How are you both doing tonight?
We're so happy. We're wonderful, celebrating 50 years of living in the Bahamas and as a citizen of a wonderful sovereign nation.
How exciting is it for you to see the level of support that all of these Jubilee events are really getting, because Bahamians are showing up and showing out?
Very good, very good. Everyone in the Bahamas like it.
showing up and showing out and recognizing that we are one Bahamas. You see people here as you come in from all walks of life and every island and everybody with big smiles, just like yours, very happy.
No, it's such a wonderful evening. There have been so many great conversations. I spoke to Danny Johnson earlier, and he was talking about the story behind the glory. And I love that because, you know, those of us who weren't there really don't have that firsthand, that we only experience it through the stories of the people who were there. So what do you hope that Bahamians are able to take from this celebration?
50 years.
Exactly.
50 years. It's good.
Let's not try to create the first day. Let's recognize that we are building the future and we are standing on the shoulders of those who went before and creating a bright future for those who will look back in 100 years and say what a wonderful this country this is that we live in. God lives in the Bahamas and this is the jewel of the world.
Well, I want to thank you both.
Thank you.
So much for being here tonight. You guys have an amazing evening. Marcos, I know you have a lot going on where you are. What's happening?
Robin, I'm bumping into all of the Bahamian celebrities tonight on the white carpet. I told you we had the red carpet, the pink carpet, and it's something very special about this white carpet tonight. I'm joined tonight by Senator, the Honorable Maxine Seymour. How are you?
I'm doing well. I must say a red carpet would have been nice.
Not tonight, Senator. Tell me, what does tonight mean for you, being a Bahamian?
I am so proud to be Bahamian. And the reality is that God could have chosen any other country to allow me to be born in. And I'm really happy that He chose the Bahamas. We have so much to celebrate, so much to be thankful for. And the reality is that we have work to do, but we'll always have work to do. And we'll do it together. And that's the beauty of democracy. And so that's why the opposition works hand in hand with the government to advance our country and to move it forward, to make it better, not just for existing Bahamians, but for generations yet unborn.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight. And of course, I need to know, tell me, what are you looking forward to most in the next 50 years?
Progress, and that means on all levels. I'm looking forward to the advancement of our educational system. I'm looking forward to our infrastructure being enhanced and expanded. I'm looking forward to us further developing more of our other islands. I'm looking forward to us really being a partner and leveraging our geographical location in terms of trade and just so much more, because there's unlimited potential in our country and in our people.
And I can't wait to look back 100 years from our independence and look at the progress that we have made.
Indeed.
Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and I can't wait to see how we all celebrate. I'm going to kick it back to you, Rabina. Who do you have with you?
Marcos, I am in a wonderful company because I am in company of Freeport people. Because, you know, when Freeport show up in the building, we show up, I show out. Okay, so I have Mr. and Mrs. Carlos Palacios here with me. Anastasia, how are you tonight?
I am so phenomenal, Robs. You know, I have been a part of the amazing team working behind the scenes on this great celebration of our country.
I said, y'all did such an amazing job. This is beautiful.
I can't even take credit, right? When I say behind the scenes, I mean behind, right? But the team has done such a phenomenal job, and to be at this juncture, know we're celebrating 50, and all that entails, I'm incredibly excited about tonight.
It's a beautiful, beautiful event. Carlos, how are you feeling?
I'm excited. You know, it's just amazing to see celebration, especially coming out of the pandemic, bringing so many of us together, and just the recovery and what's happening, and it's time to just celebrate. So it's an amazing evening.
You know, I heard someone say tonight, we're celebrating the story behind the glory. Ooh, listen. Ooh, hey. Listen, it was church, because I felt that way deep down in my spirit. We are celebrating the story behind the glory, because we have come so far. You know, what you both have young babies. Like, what are you hoping when they look back and they say, "Wow, my parents were there. They, you know, I get to see this in photos." You know, what are you hoping they take from this moment?
I just want them to be able to appreciate the story behind the glory, as you mentioned. You know, our grandparents, and we discuss this often in our homes, my grandmother had to stop school at about 9 because she had to take care of her siblings on the island. His grandmother didn't go to school until 11 because somebody made her go, and that was only for a couple months. And now our kids get to go to one of the best schools in the Bahamas. And I think just that opportunity for education. You look around tonight, you see black excellence, yes, but the unity of so many different races that make up the Bahamas. And for me, it's just the hope of the future, the celebration of we've done so much, but looking forward to all we have left to come. I'm just incredibly honored to be here and privileged to know that this great country will continue 50 years and beyond.
Absolutely. Thank you both so much for stopping stopping by and talking to me. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Alrighty. Now, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest, we wouldn't have a country if it wasn't for the contributions of women like her. Cynthia Mother Pratt is with me on the white carpet. Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, good evening.
You look absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much. You do as well.
How are you feeling tonight?
Doing very well. Very well, very well.
This is such an amazing celebration. I see so many people. How are you feeling to be here tonight? Because I'm telling all of my guests now about Danny Johnson, what he said to me. He said, we're celebrating the story behind the glory. And that really resonated with me. As someone who has made contributions to the Bahamas in both the political and the realm of social work, how are you feeling to see how far we have really come?
Well, if you're a Bahamian, you have a right to be proud. We've come a long way. And we're a proud people. We're resilient people. We're people who don't give up because they make ways, the honest way, to make it happen. So when I call myself a Bahamian, I'm proud because I can come to a country where there's freedom of religion. We can praise God anywhere. The church doors can open anywhere. And then, of course, we can walk our streets. Now, we might have our share problems now, but we will rectify that. But we can walk our streets and not be concerned about people attacking you in the middle of the night. That's the Bahamas that I knew growing up. And so today, we've come a long way. If you look at these people here right now, the young people, how many of them are college graduates? How many of them have families now who's helping to build this nation? They're returning home. Now, the only thing you return home for is it's a better way. And many of them are returning home, so it is a better way. And for black people, and I must say that, where they believe sometimes that black people can't lead anybody, we have proven them wrong. I'm talking about the world. We are able to work hard and build this nation and give our young people an opportunity to survive and improve and thrive on whatever skill they have. That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Well, I want to thank you so much for not just for being here tonight, but for your contributions to making the Bahamas a better place. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the white carpet here at the Atlantis Resort, the Imperial Ballroom, for the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball, celebrating the story behind the glory for 50 years of independence, celebrating the Bahamas as a sovereign nation. So we're going to take it to Marcos right now. Marcos, what's going on your neck of the woods?
Hi, Rabina. As you can see, I told you I'm meeting all of the celebrities. I mean, in every sphere of influence in the Bahamas. And of course, now I have Olympic gold medalist Tonique Williams. How are you?
I am wonderful.
Oh my God. What does it feel like tonight to be Bahamian, to be approaching 50, to, be able to celebrate this milestone?
Yeah, it feels wonderful. I mean, just to think about what this moment means in the Bahamas, we are a young country. Yes. We're, 50, but we've come such a far way. I think about it even in terms of my discipline with track and field. It's like, I remember when we won our first medal at the Olympics with Frank Rutherford, and now we have so many more medals. We have gold medals, and so, that was just like in recent history, but we've come such a long way even with sports and then in so many other areas, and so it's just a proud moment, I think, for all Bahamians in every sector.
I mean, the only thing that I can think of that can make this moment even better was you bringing us a gold medal right now in this year. But of course, tell me about what does that feel like to even be such an ambassador for this country and for such a small country like the Bahamas that has the gold medals that we do per capita. What does it mean like to even represent us on a national and international stage?
It feels great. I think when you look at other countries, when you look at larger countries, they have so much more people. people, and they have so many more advantages, you know? And so it's easy for them to have celebrities and scientists and all these other things. And so when you're from the Bahamas and you achieve something great that's on the same stage as another Olympian or people that have gone to space and all these phenomenal things that people do all over the world, and we can say we have a Bahamian that have done these things that are just as equally as talented and gifted and creative as these other countries that have so many other people. You know, it's a proud moment for us, and I think that is what we're celebrating here, how far we have come as a small nation and being able to do great things.
We are a small island developing state, and we have done great things, we're doing great things, and we will continue to do even greater things. Thank you so much for your contribution to the Bahamas, and of course for even being here to celebrate with us. I'm not going to be selfish, Robin. I know that you have Elegance on set with you as well. Let me know a little bit about who you have right now.
I have with me, Marcos, the incomparable, the absolutely beautiful Loretta Butler-Turner. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. You look absolutely wonderful.
Well, thank you, and so do you. It's a gala event. We're here to celebrate our birthday, and you know, we love birthdays. So I just want to say that it is just absolutely amazing to be here.
We were talking earlier, and I was telling you about Danny Johnson's quote of the night, which I think it will be, it's the story behind the glory, right? And isn't that just the epitome of what we are really celebrating? Because we have come so far as a small nation.
Well, I love it because I was there on the glory night when we lowered the British flag and hoisted our very own Bahamian flag. And it was indeed glorious. So the glory behind the story has been 50 years of us growing, of us developing, carving our own way, and determining who we are as a people. So I think there's so many stories that everyone can tell, especially those of us who were there when we became an independent country.
Take me back to that night. I want to know, like, what were you feeling? What was the mood of the people? I imagine it was electric. I imagine it was emotional. Take us back to that moment.
I think for me, it was very emotional. I was 12 years old. We'd spent months and months learning our new national anthem, our pledge and everything. And, you know, just to see those police officers and to see the clergy and to see my grandfather and Sir Lyndon Pendling and Dame Marguerite and all of them out there, it was like, oh my goodness, this is who we are. And then, of course, the cultural event, it was probably the most memorable moment in nationhood for me.
Well, I want to thank you so much for sharing with us. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight. I hope you have an enjoyable evening, and I have to run into you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a good evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm kicking it back to my partner in crime, Marcos. What is going on where you are?
Listen to me. I am here with fashion, stylist, goddess. I mean, someone that we have to hold her very near and dear in fashion in the Bahamas. Miss Mitzi Turnquest. Oh my God, look at you. I mean, I have literally died trying to hold in, not asking her any questions before we got on air because I wanted to be just as surprised as you guys. First of all, how are you?
I am doing absolutely amazing. The energy in this room is electrifying. I love it. It feels so good to be here tonight. Just to be in this room is humbling, you know, kind of way.
It is.
We get to celebrate 50 years of independence, you know, and so just to be amongst my people, just to be able to celebrate, oh my God, it's exciting. It's an amazing feeling, yeah.
And you're talking about the energy. I mean, even the style and the fashion that's happening.
Oh my God.
I thought we left the fashion show behind a couple of weeks ago.
This is it here tonight. I'm so sorry.
It is. So tell us, what's going on? I mean, I am flabbergasted.
Listen, you know, I sent for David when I learned that I was coming here to the ball. I sent for David and I said, David, I need a signature piece for tonight.
Oh.
And so, you know, I wanted something that represented the Bahamas. I needed something, a statement piece, and most importantly, I needed a conversational piece. I wanted something that was going to turn heads and make attention and stop people and make people ask me, what is this I'm wearing? So it's a design from David. It's Heart Taylor design, a one-of-a-kind piece exclusively made for myself tonight, a signature woman, of course. And so I knew that whatever I was wearing to the ball, it had to reflect the black and white.
What's crazy about it is it gives you conch, but it also gives you a sailboat.
Of
which
course.
is now our national sport.
There you go.
And that is so,
So,
good. Very quickly, tell me about the rest of the
So when I got this bag, I was like, okay, Mitzi, you know, you don't need much to carry this bag, but you got to bring it. It's the event of all times. When you step into the room, you got to bring attention to the bag, and so you got to wear something that truly complements the bag, not compete with it. And so guess what? I had to go to Carolina Herrera, the designer, of course, international designer, and she had this amazing skirt that I fell in love with.
I love it.
And so I said, oh my God, this is the skirt for me. And so, of course, I couldn't leave out Signature Styles, of course, and Signature had to compliment me with the top.
And everything,
So,
I mean, is just complimenting,
yes.
and I'm in love with this. Unfortunately, I mean, oh my God, I would love to stay here, but Robin, I know that you also have somebody with you. Tell me, and they better be dressed very well as well.
Absolutely.
Hi, Marcos. Yes, I do have two very good-looking people with me on set. I do, I like pretty folks. Candy Fender and Philip Davis Jr. How are you both doing tonight?
Exceptionally well. I'm so happy to be here. It's buzzing with excitement, familiar faces I haven't seen. Everyone looks stunning.
Feels great. Feels great to be here, enjoying the festivities.
This is a major milestone for the country, for us as a people. There's a lot of celebration happening, obviously. The fashions are out, People look good, they feel good. Why is it important, you think, for us to be here celebrating together in this way?
I think there's been a season which we are all familiar with when we didn't really have an opportunity to celebrate, to be together, to dress up, to celebrate each other, our culture, and all the things that make us uniquely Bahamian is absolutely beautiful. There have been so many wonderful signature, amazing events, and it really, I think, fosters and cultivates a sense of national pride, and I'm happy to witness it all.
We've been talking to people about the national identity and the things that really make us Bahamian. What is your favorite thing about being a Bahamian?
Well, collectively, just everybody coming together and making everything happen. So just like our signature dish, conch salad, making sure like everything comes together. So people come together, different spectrums of the characters and stuff. We just build everything together in the Bahamas.
Well, I want to thank you both for being here tonight, and thank you for stopping by. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Nassau is the capital, Bahamas.
Oh, Bimini is the gateway, Bahamas. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. All right, you guys have an amazing evening. Ladies and gentlemen, Nassau is the capital, and Bimini is the gateway. I know that song has taken the country by storm. I know. Oh, I have another guest. Hello. How you doing? Oh, mwah. It's so good to see you. How are you doing, Chris?
Excellent.
How are you feeling?
I'm so excited. I mean, the fact that we're celebrating 50 years in such a grand style. I've told people this over and repeatedly. She's my personal friend, so I put that out there. But Her Excellency, Leslie Bryce, has done a phenomenal job in putting everything together. I couldn't think of anybody else who could put something like this together for our 50th. Could you imagine anybody else but Leslie?
I honestly cannot. I don't know who could have taken this task on and executed at this level.
Nope. And again, like I said, I'm excited. It feels good to be celebrating 50, and it means so much when we talk about One Nation, our legacy. We talk about our future. I think it's a great theme that pushes us forward.
This is the Legacy Ball, and we are celebrating, the journey that got us here. What do you think your favorite thing is about the Bahamian story?
I think our story is so varied, and I think that that's what's important about our story, is that we are such a different people. And we don't fit into the Caribbean very much. We don't fit into the Americas. We don't fit into Latin America. And I think that that's what our strength is. There's somebody like me of my color. There's somebody of you of your color, darker, brighter, everything. And we come together. And I say that when things happen, we all become the Bahamas. I'm a sports guy. So when we talk about it, we talk about how the impact of sports. Everybody remembers where they were when the Golden Girls won. We didn't care about politics, religion, what island you were from. We didn't care about anything. But we come together to be Bahamians when it's important.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much, Chris, for stopping by and chatting.
I'm just upset that I don't get to be in a TikTok.
You know what? We're gonna find one of our social media people, and we're gonna get you in a TikTok. I promise, it's gonna happen. You have a great night. You too. Ladies and gentlemen, the mood is electric. Things are so great here at the white carpet at the Imperial Ballroom of the Atlantis Resort. And I know Marcos has some royalty with him. Marcos, what's going on?
I actually do have royalty, like real life Bahamian royalty, Arabina. I have none other than Sienna Evans, Miss World Bahamas 2022. Oh my God. I mean, this is the lady that actually was a top runner in Miss World. How are you tonight?
I am amazing. I am so incredibly happy and proud and excited to be here today to celebrate our 50th independence.
And can I tell you, you look gorgeous. I mean, your face, your skin is glowing. It's flawless.
Thank you.
The dress, I mean, it fits you so well. I mean, everything. Can you guys see why this lady is a Miss World Bahamas, right? As you can see.
Thank you.
Tell me, what does it mean to be Bahamian for you?
Wow, being a Bahamian is such an incredibly special and unique experience. Everywhere that I go around the world, when I tell people that I'm from the Bahamas, they're like, oh my God, the Bahamas is the most beautiful place on the planet, and it really makes me feel so lucky to be blessed to be born here, to have been raised here, and to live here.
You are absolutely correct. And what has it been like representing the Bahamas on the world stage, literally the world stage?
So incredible. I am so humbled to have had the experience to represent my beautiful country. It was just incredible at Miss World. I made so many amazing connections, and I'm just so proud to be a Bahamian.
And so I have one last thing before we wrap up. Okay. What is your favoriteest Bahamian-y thing to do? You notice I went all the way with all the jacked up words. Definitely your favoriteest Bahamian-y thing to do.
Now, you know, as soon as I land, I like to go to the fry and get me a sky juice and a fried fish. But I also love to go on the boat, too. I'm like a big water person.
Oh,
so
you're a water girl.
Yeah, so two of my favoriteest Bahamian. I have a long list of things. Junkanoo on Christmas. Oh my gosh, so many things, but...
So as you can see, our Miss World Bahamas is definitely a very, very true Bahamian, born, bred, cadet. Bahamian. Back to you, Robina.
Thanks so much, Marcos. Speaking of born, bred, cadet. Okay? How you doing, Mr. Flowers? How are you?
I am excellent, girl. I mean, getting ready for all the holidays, getting ready for all the celebrations.
You look very sharp, very dapper. You want to get people a little twirl from my foot. Just a little... listen, y'all ain't ready for Mr. Flowers. If you thought you was ready for Greg Lights, you tell a lie, because you ain't ready for him. He looked too dapper on this white carpet tonight. How are you feeling?
Excellent. You know, getting ready for Bahama Games. I'm a chancellor over there, so we have the opening ceremonies tomorrow at 6. That's an exciting event. The students, the young people, the talent of the country. I'm excited to be a part of that. And then there's a lot of other events. I mean, I think that we are going to showcase it. But one thing we could do, we can entertain. I can tell you that. We can entertain.
We like to entertain and we like to dress up.
Well, that's old school. That's old school. But you know, dressing is a part of our... I mean, that's our DNA. That's a part of it. That's in us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I want to talk to you because I've been telling people, you know, Danny Johnson said to me earlier that we are celebrating the story behind the glory. And that just really resonated with me because the story of the Bahamas is such an interesting one. It's such a powerful one, too. You know, you've been around to see all of the development that we've made as a country, as a nation in these past 50 years. You know, why is celebrating this milestone so important?
Well, you know, I have to take myself back so far. At the age of 82, my memory sort of dingling on me here. But certainly, as a young man growing up here, having some experience about the evolution of black people in this country, those days, as a young man, to me, was enlightening. So Lyndon came along and told all of us. There was Perry Christie, who was my schoolmate. There were Madeline Sawyer. There was Bernard Nordich. We all grew up at the time when we were being inspired and was told this country belongs to us. Qualify, get qualified, be in position. And you know, early in 1969, when I became the first black pilot for Northeast Airlines out of New York and Boston, I was brought back home. And Lyndon says, that's what I'm talking about, Bahamian. That's what I'm talking about, being an ambassador around the world. Tommy Robinson and I were honored one evening at the ball of the Britannia Beach Hotel at the time. And it was such a pleasure back then to know that we were given this country on a platter. And today, to stand here after independence, 50 years later, it's amazing to me. It's truly amazing.
Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. And with you in the house, how can I miss?
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much, sir. Marcos, who do you have with you now?
Rabina, I'm back on the white carpet, and as you can see, I am joined by Bahamian celebrity once again. I mean, none other than the Honorable Leslie Miller. How are you tonight, sir?
Oh, it's just a port gig.
You are definitely not just a pot cake.
I'm from McCullough.
Come on, sir. You have contributed to the development of the Bahamian landscape of what we are as Bahamians. You've been one of the longest serving members of Parliament, even in our Parliament. We cannot small up and dim in what it is that you have done for the Bahamas.
Well, I certainly appreciate just that much. I did the best I could on behalf of the Bahamian people. That's why I was honored to serve in Parliament. And I took it very seriously. I was trying to emulate people like the late great Sir Lyndon Pinland, Mr. Hanna, Carlton Francis, Alfred Maycock, and the others. And try to do the best you can.
And tell me a little bit about what their impacts had on you and your service to the Bahamian.
It had a great deal on my life because I watched those men as a little boy growing up through McCullough back in the 50s. When they would pass McCullough and pass our wall to go to the House of Assembly. Always I'd like to be like them, you know?
Yes, sir.
So my whole life was inspired by them.
And so give me your favorite memory of July 10th, 1973. Where were you? What was happening?
I was on the Western Fort, waiting for the Union Jack.
To be lowered.
And get the hell out of here. Give us our one country called the Bahamas. My father and mother, God bless them, never allowed none of us to go on the Western Fort to celebrate anything that was British.
Wow.
We were always pro-Bahamian. And I instilled that in my children.
And so you've been pro-Bahamian even before being Bahamian was a thing. And so thank you so much for your contributions. Thank you for the contributions that your family continues to make.
Appreciate it, sir.
And we look forward to seeing everything
all the best.
that's
And
going
have a wonderful
tonight.
50th anniversary.
Thank you so much,
Look forward
sir.
to 50 more.
50 more.
Yes.
Back to you, Rabina.
Thanks so much, Marcos. I tell you, I like pretty people, so I've been attracting all of the pretty people to this side of the carpet because I love pretty people. And joining me now are Lincoln and Beth. How you guys doing tonight?
We are well. We are
feeling good.
This is an amazing milestone. We are celebrating 50 years as an independent nation. As young people who are navigating life in this country, life, business, just everything in between, what are you most proud of tonight to be celebrating?
I am most proud of, where we have come over the past 50 years. It's debatable, but the reality is I think we have made some great strides over the past 50 years. And so celebrating 50 years is a milestone. It's something to celebrate. And, this event just shows that there are so many persons who would have laid those foundation, those steps to get us to this point. And I think that deserves a celebration. I mean, coming from 1973 to this point, and I'm even looking forward to 50 years and beyond, right? What happens next? How young people, take that baton and move the country even further. And so lots to celebrate.
Now, Beth, you're a mom. You have two young, beautiful babies. What are you hoping that they look back on, moments like this? What are you hoping they take from the celebration of this milestone?
I just want them to be proud Bahamian babies now and proud Bahamians as they continue to grow and become involved in the community and in different ways that they would see fit. So here, their dad and I, we're just moving forward and doing the best that we can and trying to be that example to them.
Well, I want to thank you both.
Baby number one is an independence baby, and so it's even more special.
His birthday is coming.
Birthday is coming.
So wonderful. I know you guys are going to put on a fabulous birthday for him. Fabulous birthday. We love to see it. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I am still here live, as you can see, from the white carpet. It's the Imperial Ballroom at the Atlantis Resort, and we have literally... we have guests walking up to the white carpet. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, just right here. How are you? I'm great. You look fabulous. Introduce yourselves to the people on my live.
Well, I'm Lisa McCartney, and my
I'm Keno McCartney.
Hey, nice to meet you both. How are you guys feeling tonight? We are, in celebration mode. It's the Legacy Ball here at the Atlantis Ballroom. How are you feeling?
we are exuberant. We are excited. I was only a year old when everything happened, so I am so excited to be celebrating our forefathers, our founding fathers, everything about our country. I am proud to be Bahamian.
Absolutely. I've been telling everyone that I heard an exceptional quote. I'm calling it the quote of the night from Danny Johnson, who said that we are celebrating the story behind the glory. Right? And I feel like that is just so appropriate for where we are in our national development and our journey to another 50 years of independence. Why is it so important that we celebrate moments like this together?
Moments like this are very important to celebrate. There's so many negative things happening in the world, but the Bahamas has a lot to celebrate. 50 years is a long time to celebrate what God has done. When you go all the way back to the beginning, and our forefathers fought, and they stood for what is right for the majority of the people of this country. I am so happy to stand on their shoulders today. And like you said, we're standing on their glory, but the glory of God will continue to surround this nation as we walk united together in love and service.
Now, see, now he done took us to church. Hallelujah, Jesus. I mean, I feel revved up and ready to go. I want to thank you so much for being here. You guys were amazing. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. If that wasn't it, if you don't feel proud, if you don't feel inspired, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, short of dressing up and, making your way down to the Atlantis Imperial Ballroom, I don't know what to tell you. It's such an amazing night. We have so many proud Bahamians. Look who I have with me, ladies. Jason Brennan, how are you, my love?
I am excellent, especially now that I see you.
Oh, you look so dapper. You clean up nice, friend.
Every now and again I can escape the office and put on a little something.
Throw it on, just a little something. Jason is one of the brightest young men that I have ever come into contact with. He's a former youth parliamentarian, and I know that moments like this are what you live for. So tell me, how do you feel to be here in the moment, 50 years, celebrating in this way?
Well, thank you. First of all, you're too kind. But it's interesting, right? Because you feel like every time independence comes around, you're waiting for it to be the big 50, and it's finally here. It's a little surreal. But I'm just happy to see this spirit of national unity and pride. Doesn't matter what side of the political divide, whether you're old or you're young. Everybody's really feeling it this year, and I think that's a fantastic thing to see.
You getting yourself together to be future prime minister yet, or what's happening? I just want to know, the inquiring minds, the people on my live want to know if you're ready to throw your hat in them.
In classic Bahamian fashion, I am here for the food.
Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
So good to see you.
Same here. Now, Marcos, I hear say you done tiptoe into places where I can't. Oh, wait, Marcos, where you is? Because I don't tell nobody, but I think we need to plan to tiptoe into the room so we can see something. Yes.
Arabana, your problem is you're too fast. I need you to wait. So what I want to do is I want to continue to tease the people a little bit more.
Okay, fine.
And let them see exactly what's happening.
Okay, fine.
If you are not here, you are missing this live, artistic, magic. First of all, can you give me your name?
Oh, my name is Arlette Johnson.
As you can see, Ms. Johnson is actually currently already going into it. Tell me a little bit about, when did you fall in love with art?
Oh, kindergarten.
Kindergarten, wow.
When people wanted to pay me to draw like frogs and dolls and stuff, that's when I fell in love with art.
Wow. During that time, I was probably still doing stick people. I wasn't doing frogs and dogs and art. But as you can see, right now, we have somebody being painted. I've never been able to paint at this or draw at this level. I'm still on the level of, definitely on the level of stick people. Maybe after watching tonight, I may be able to get a little bit. Okay, I see the jaw.
After this, I'm going to throw you on a person and see what you could do.
You're very lucky because you're not going to be the person that will be drawing.
See, with a little bit of confidence, you could do anything.
With a whole lot of confidence, I can definitely jack somebody up tonight.
I'm actually working with the team of Wayne Head 242.
Oh, wow.
This is his caricature team, and all the people who's doing caricatures tonight, unfortunately, he literally had just left, but we're all out here together. We just like to add a little art and a little bit of spice to everything going on here. Bahamas is art, culture.
And what I love about it is definitely the orange economy is a big deal for Bahamians. We've always been artistic. We've always been culturally diverse. And of course, I can't wait to see what the end is going to look like, okay? But until then, I'm going to take it back to Arabina so that she can show us some real people.
Well, I do have real people with me right now on the white carpet, Marcos. Joining me now are Roya, Hannah, and Khalil Parker. Good evening and welcome to the show.
Good evening and thank you for having us.
Good evening, thank you for having us.
How are you guys feeling tonight? Tonight is a very exceptional evening. The setup is beautiful. We are celebrating 50 years as an independent country. You know, why is that so important that all of us really come together and seize these kinds of opportunities to celebrate together?
Well, we are happy to be here. We're feeling wonderful. It is a festive occasion, and it is extremely important to mark the day, the milestone, 50 years. We are a young democracy, but it is quite an achievement, so yeah, it's important to mark the day.
It's important to take the time out of our schedules to both look back and look forward. As we mark 50 years, we're still young, relatively, but there's still a long way to go, and I think that it's a moment to take a deep breath and celebrate the accomplishments we've made and to chart the course for the future.
What is your favorite thing about being a Bahamian?
Oh, wow. Just one thing.
Just if you had to pick right now, if I say, you got to tell me what it is, what is your favorite thing about being Bahamian?
You know, I love the spirit and the character of our people. We are like no other. I have traveled the world. I have met people from across many continents. And, you know, our spirit, our indomitable spirit is, you know, unmatched.
Absolutely. I would have to copy the people, my Bahamian family. I always like to say to people that we don't produce sun, we don't produce sand, we don't produce sea, we produce Bahamians. And they're the thing that I come to celebrate.
And the people come to take me to church because I love that. You know, we produce Bahamians. Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you both for stopping by and talking to me. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you so much. Now, if you guys I don't know if you could see, the hallway is starting to empty out, and that's because people are starting to make their way into the room as we get ready to start the official opening of the Legacy Ball here at the Atlantis Imperial Ballroom. The white carpet has been amazing so far. Marcos, where are you going again, though? I just have my eye on you.
I have moved off of the white carpet, guys, and you know if I'm moving off of the white carpet, that means that we're getting ready to do a little something for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek, hopefully without getting into too much problems, of what is happening on the inside. And as you can tell, entertainment is striking up by the Royal Bahamas Pop Band. And I'm just going to let you guys get just a little sneak peek. You can see everybody is here. Everybody is beginning to get seated. And we're giving you a beautiful sneak peek of what is happening on the inside. I'm going to do a little circle just so you guys can... Oh my God, it's the Legacy Ball. Look at they even have balls in the ceiling, guys. Look at this. We even have the balls in the ceilings. This is truly a Legacy Ball, guys. I mean, you know what? And I would love to give you more, but we're not going to do all of that just yet. I'm going to let you guys get a sneak peek. Look at a sneak peek of the tables. And our guests are going to be treated like the royalty and the legacy people that they are. As you can see, I'm going to take it back outside. We don't want to give you too much and get into too much of a problem. But before we get back to Arabina, oh, look at all of our guests. You can see in here is crazy. It's crazy. But most of all, it's the Legacy Ball, guys. It is the Legacy Ball. And as you can remember, this is by invite only. So, of course, we won't be able to give you everything, but I'm going to throw it back to Arab, and I'm going to see what else I can get for you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me on, thank you so much, Marcos. In there is absolutely stunning. I mean, when you have balls in the ceiling, you know things are about to be very fancy, okay? Thank you so much for being here, my guest now on the carpet. Introduce yourselves to my life.
Candace Cargill.
Dr. Tennille Cargill.
How are you guys feeling tonight? You look lovely.
Well, a lot of people must be here because we walked the long way, but we're so excited to be here.
I've been talking to people about why it's important to really celebrate this major milestone together, to be here, to mark 50 years as an independent nation, what that means for us, and what that hopefully means for, future generations as they look back and see, the accomplishments and the progress that we made as a nation. Why is that important for you guys?
It's so important to me because, first of all, I grew up being a Bahamian, not knowing anything else. Right now, I'm just so excited. My kids are so excited. We're getting into the full Bahamian spirit, and we're just so happy and so excited to just be celebrating such a moment. And happy to be alive. Praise God for that. Praise God.
I think my wife said it all, but just to reiterate the fact that being Bahamian, coming up in a time when for 50 years we've been able to just celebrate our heritage. Our kids are growing up in an environment where it's about the people, it's for the people, and we're doing it together. I think that's a great thing to experience tonight. Yeah.
What is your favorite thing about being Bahamian?
I can tell you one thing. We are safe. We are safe, and we are so fortunate as a people. We look at everywhere else in the world and don't want to be anywhere else in the world. This is like the best place on earth, honestly. Yeah, we're tucked away, and it's the most beautiful, best place on earth.
I always describe the Bahamas as the Israel of the Caribbean. And, it's just powerful being able to say that where we came from, when we travel, but always yearn to always come back home. That's something that I live for.
There's absolutely no place like home, no place like the Bahamas. Well, I want to thank you both for being here and stopping by and chatting with me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
You enjoy your night.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to a break, but we're still here live from the white carpet, and we hope that you come back and join us again.
The 50th celebrations have reminded me and the public at large how really resilient and strong we are as a people and as a country. There are countries out there that have toppled, countries larger than ours, with more resources, more people, but they have failed. Through God, we haven't. The 50th celebrations have also fostered great history lessons and moments with my family and I. It's been an opportunity for my husband and I to tell them personal stories from whence we came as a family, how our parents and our grandparents personally knew key characters of those that brought in the independence. My great-grandmother, Mrs. Della Wilson, would have told us stories of the very own Sir Lyndon Pinling visiting the family's homestead of Ross Corner and our family assisting with the fight for equal opportunities. Or my grandfather, Dr. W.G. McPhee, a preacher, pastor to church in Bain and Grantstown, telling us stories of why there were opponents to the independence. Or my husband's mother, who would recount memories of the Bahamian flag being hoisted and the Union Jack being lowered, and how proud they all were. With the 50th celebrations, it reminds us all that as diverse as we all are, coming from different socio-economical backgrounds, that we bond in unity with a common factor, that is this beautiful country, the Commonwealth of the Bahamas. I don't care how rich you are, I don't care how poor you are, whether you're from East Street or the Eastern Road. We all love this country. We want to see the success of this country. and the 50th celebrations has stirred our patriotism, our unity. There's something about during a celebration of the 50th independence, seeing that sea of aquamarine and yellow and black being waved and adorned by the crowd, that brings a euphoric, patriotic moment of unity. That feeling cannot be duplicated.
"25 years ago, I was a 9th grade student in the music department of L.W. Young Junior High School, co-writing a song for our Silver Jubilee anniversary. 25 years later, I'm an educator, entertainer, and entrepreneur, about to celebrate our country's 50th anniversary of independence, our Golden Jubilee. And here is my vision for the Bahamas in 50 years. I see a Bahamas with education that continues to encourage every Bahamian to explore the possibilities that their births spark. Because every one of us, although individuals, are catalysts for growth and the evolution of our society. Our communities, the stories, fables, folklore, dances, and more shared over meals, passed down to generations to come, and remembered with every strike of a heated goatskin drum. To have that cultural heritage protected as our intellectual property so that Bahamians can benefit from our own birthright, the way many others around the world do, so that the calluses from the drum and the soreness of our grandmother's fingers are not in vain. I would love to see the Bahamas and Bahamians interwoven into the fabric of the world as distinctive as the sisal plant is or a silvertop. For those important ecosystems, the root of many a life path to be preserved and expanded even in the face of global development. Our marshlands and pine forests, bushes and mangroves, flora and fauna are part of our global identity. But more importantly, they are the lifeblood of many a Bahamian and must be preserved for the future. The Bahamas in 50 years is an equitable one for women, for men, for children, for the disabled, for all people.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our live coverage of the white carpet at the Atlantis Resort's Imperial Ballroom. We are here for the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball, and it's so far been an amazing evening, the opportunity to talk with so many people. But joining me now is the Deputy Director of Comms in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Sandra Kemp. How are you, ma'am?
I am fantastic.
You look fantastic. Very, very fancy. I see you put on all your clothes like everybody else.
All my clothes. Yes, and this was anyway. Nobody wants to hear my whole story, but yes, I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. We just witnessed the arrival of the Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, and his wife, Mrs. Davis. And I know people are so excited to hear from the Prime Minister tonight. People are excited to be in the room. It is an electric feeling. How are you feeling knowing all of the work, the effort that has gone into making these independence celebrations what they are?
So much work has gone into it. I am so proud of the Independence Secretariat. When everybody's talking about the plans for independence, I had no idea that everything was going to be this grand, this exciting. I know the Prime Minister from the very beginning, he's like, everybody needs to be very excited about independence, what the Bahamas has accomplished in 50 years, where we are going. We're a small country. I feel that Bahamians, we're very hard on ourselves. We tend to be very critical, but when we think about what we've been able to accomplish in 50 years and how much more is left to go, I really hope that everybody's very excited. There's things that we still need to be working on. Everyone has things. All countries have things that they're working on. I want Bahamians to be very, very proud of who they are and what we just have so much potential. So it's a great, great night. I know the Prime Minister is extremely happy to be here and to see how everything is playing out.
You know, I spoke to Danny Johnson, and he has for me the quote of the night. And he said tonight, we are celebrating the story behind the glory. I know, I love that. I feel like it's so appropriate for the journey that we have been on and we continue to be on. What do you hope people take away? What do you hope Bahamians take away from, these amazing celebrations?
I really hope that people take time to pause and to really look at where we've come from, to be proud, really, really proud of that. Yes, people are like, well, what about this, what about that? Yes, those things are there, but we all have to work together to continue to build this country, because this is a beautiful little country. Honestly, I've been many, many places. There is nowhere really than I'd rather be than here. And I want everybody to just embrace that, be proud, celebrate ourselves.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you so much for stopping by and talking to me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Fantastic. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you so much. Tonight is all about the white carpet coming to you from the Imperial Ballroom at the Atlantis Resort. There is nothing more exciting than being here and being able to celebrate together, being able to just witness the level of camaraderie, the pride. Sandra was talking about the pride that she hopes Bahamians feel, because we do have so much to celebrate. Marcos, I know you were tiptoeing around the door. You have any more sneak peeks for me?
Actually, Ravana, I'm actually about to give you one last sneak peek, okay? Because as you can see, we've already started. We've had the entrance of a whole lot of our CARICOM leaders. We've had the prime ministers. We've had the prime ministers of St. Kitts and Nevis, the prime minister of Dominica as well. And of course, we saw our prime minister and of course, our first lady, Anne-Marie Davis. So we're going to give you one last look. Of course, protocol is being established now. We are acknowledging the presence of our Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, Member of Parliament for Exuma and the Ragged Islands. And of course, we're now waiting to have the entrance. We have right now the President of the Republic of Rwanda, His Excellency Paul Rwanda. That is the President of the Republic of Rwanda. Of course, now you will see that we have the line-up of our Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Davis, and of course, none other than Lady Anne-Marie Davis. I'll allow you to hear the fanfare for our Prime Minister.
And join me as we welcome into this beautifully decorated.
And tonight we are at the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball. And the Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, the Honorable Philip Davis, and Lady Davis. All right, so that's all I have for the sneak peek for right now for you. We're gonna get back out here, and now that you know the hallways are actually but you know what? Before we go, I just want to show everybody a little bit more of the room of the Legacy Ball. Of course, everybody is currently standing right now. And we're actually about to begin with the invocation that's about to start by Bishop Lee H. Ford. And after our prayer, we're going to go into the national anthem. Okay, so we're actually going to walk out and get a sneak peek of what outside looks like now that everybody is currently on the inside. So now that everybody is on the inside, I just want to show you what this has been like. I mean, this was the chandelier that I was just blown away by, as you guys can see. I mean, everybody is now moving very quickly to take their positions. Everybody wants to be at their tables and take their spots. And of course, you know what I'm actually going to do? I am going to come and see my girl.
Hey, Fred.
Hello, beautiful. How are you?
How you doing? Good looking?
I'm good.
Listen, I just want, that room is stunning.
Listen to me. Did you see the big balls?
There were some big balls in the ceiling.
I was like,
there were a lot of.
This is a legacy ball.
Yeah, and the balls are everywhere.
I'm literally loving, I've seen a consistent theme throughout the entire time. We've seen excellence. I mean, we go from the beat retreat. Can we talk about the beat retreat?
So the beat retreat was epic.
On Sunday.
Because it's the capital of
Bahamas. Bimini is the gateway, Bahamas.
Okay, wait, we have to be we still on the job.
Okay,
we have to be
but
decent.
before we be decent. 1492, Columbus landed.
When we was free.
1973, we were free.
Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Happy anniversary, Bahamas. Listen to me. I must say, we have to say the song competition is going to be released very soon, and the winners are going to be released. But we know who the winner is already.
We know who the real winner is because that song is taking the country by storm.
And without even trying.
Without even trying. It's so catchy.
It just sits on your
it's in your
medulla oblongata,
in your
the
medulla,
cerebrum, the cerebellum
it's right there.
of the brain,
the frontal cortex, if you will.
Come on.
The frontal cortex, if you will.
My God.
I know. It's such a wonderful night, but we about to take a break, eh?
Yeah, let's take a break.
We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back with our final thoughts from the white carpet here at the Imperial Ballroom.
The white carpet.
I think we define our legacy as the amazing accomplishments that we have achieved over the last 50 years since independence. And if I could highlight three major areas, our politics, we have achieved political stability. As an independent nation since '73, we've had several general elections that have peacefully transpired without any violence or altercation. I think that's a significant legacy. And of course, thinking more broadly, historically, we have had representative government in the Bahamas since 1729, and that is significant. And again, the peaceful transition from colony to country is to be highlighted. Secondly, when you think about our legacy and our success, I think about athletics. I think about the fact that we have won more gold medals in the Olympics per capita than any country in the world. I think about our recent success in the Carifta Games, where while Jamaica may have won the medal count, if you look at both the swimming competition and track and field combined, we would have been the overall winners. And again, per capita, certainly we would have been the victors. And then thirdly, I think about our success geographically and politically and economically speaking. We are the largest Atlantic world archipelago, and we have vast, I would almost say infinite resources. Sailing is now our national sport. We have three persons that are esteemed as scholars and have won the Rhodes Scholarship. We are writers and playwrights. We are authors and historians. We have exceeded all expectations in performing arts, creative arts, in the visual arts. And so we have a vast, impressive legacy to build on. I think the part of our legacy that really needs to be preserved, of course, is going to be our history, our heritage, and the built tradition that we have. Our architectural tradition stems back to the Loyalist, the Georgian colonial style, and the New England clapboard style. I think we need to do a very good job of promoting and preserving our forts, our monuments, our sculptures, those things that really have stood the test of time. And we need to do a better job of fighting to preserve and, of course, elevating the experiences of our heritage and our history through the curriculum revisions in the Ministry of Education and our textbooks. And, of course, thinking about ways that we can celebrate our heroes and heroines a little better. And so I look forward to cementing this legacy, which I think is so important, preserving our history.
Well, national identity, or more correctly, the sense of national identity is absolutely critical to our development as a sovereign people. You know, we live in a highly fractured society. There are so many fissures. We're divided in so many ways according to our political, religious, social, economic differences, differences of gender, differences of age. There's so many things that tend to divide us as a people. So I think we need to learn, or to continue to learn, to find a common ground where we can all meet to transcend these differences and to find things which unite us and unify us as a people. And so having this sense of national identities is critically important to that process. You know, it's not only the things, the local things that divide us, it's also the things which are part of the global environment. You know, right to the south of us, there's a country which is in great turmoil and is always churning up more and more people onto our shores. So that represents another challenge to national identity. And then farther afield, it's the whole press of globalization. And even more pressing than that, it's the daily, constant exposure we have to, you know, online media forces, which are continuing to reshape our cultural identity. And in so doing, it represents another challenge to our sense of national identity. So I think, you know, we need to find ways to find common ground where we can get together, overcome these differences, and continue to explore ways that help unite us as a people. You know, we've found some excellent ways to do that. Sports, for example, is an excellent example of how we're able to find something that brings us all together, irrespective of our differences. And we're all united in supporting our athletes on the field. You know, for those brief, fleeting, shining moments, you know, we forget about our differences. We need to take that same spirit and try to replicate it, you know, across.
Ladies and gentlemen, our time is coming to an end here at the white carpet of the Imperial Ballroom in the Atlantis Resort. Marcos, it's been such a pleasure being here with you tonight.
It's always a pleasure being with you. And I mean, but being with you at the Legacy Ball, it's a little bit different.
It's hitting different.
It's elevated.
It's very elevated. It's very fancy. You know, I'm feeling very much the bouge.
Yes, it's giving the bouge.
It's giving the bouge. It's giving legacy. It's giving,
yeah.
you know, it's giving 50 years of independence. It's giving seasoned, you know.
And whatever it is that it's giving, I love it.
Yes, we are here for all of the things that the Prime Minister's Legacy Ball are currently giving, and it's giving a lot.
It's giving a lot.
What was your favorite thing about the ball so far?
It's definitely speaking with so many of our Bahamian celebrities and what they believe that this 50th year means for us and what it is that they're looking forward to seeing in the next 50 years. And of course, definitely hearing, I think my favorite thing is, of course, what you've been quoting all night from Dr. Danny Johnson, who was my former Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, and I served as ambassador under him. So definitely, and hearing, you know, it's the constant theme of we're standing on shoulders of great men and women that have paved the way for us and have brought us to this point.
He said to me, the story behind the glory. And when he said it, I went, wow, because it just, it did something. It resonated in here.
It did.
In the court. You know, it really did. Because it is so indicative of the journey that we have been on as a nation, and then the journey we hope to continue to be on as a nation.
And, you know, I spoke to the Honorable Leslie Miller, former Member of Parliament, and one of the things that he talked about was how I asked him what his favorite event was on July 10th, 1973. Where was he? What was he doing? And he said he was on the western end of the fort, and he said the only thing he was waiting for was for the Union Jack to be lowered.
Down. Wow.
And for the Bahamian flag to be risen for the very first time. Oh my God, I felt that.
So the room is up. It just takes your breath away.
It sure
Ladies and
does.
gentlemen, if you're taking a look at your screen right now, then you see the amazing level of decor. We have so many talented decorators in this country because from the Tea Party to the fashion show and now to the Legacy Ball, it has been stunning.
It has not failed us. I mean, look at that big old 50 that's sitting up there.
Right?
I mean, you can barely see us, but that 50 is outstanding.
Yeah.
And as you walk this carpet, as you walk this white carpet, you see it everywhere. You see excellence in every detail. You see the little thoughts that went into making this a big deal.
It is literally the attention to detail. Because it's the little things. Like, I mean, first of all, I stopped plotting on the buggy outside.
I was wondering if somebody drew over here.
Yes,
because
so,
I would love to.
You know?
And Rob's, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm seeing everybody sitting at these tables, and I'm remembering, do we have seats? Like, what's going to happen?
No, I think so. I think so. So it's also as we celebrate 50 years, we're also celebrating the birthday of Her Excellency Leslie Miller Bryce. Exactly. So say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Leslie. And we hope you have an amazing
We sure do. And I mean, it's right on time with Independence, and you're responsible for all of this.
It's a lot to celebrate.
Watching what's happening here.
We see it. We see it. But I want to thank everyone. This is just the pre-show, and the ball is about to get started.
Unfortunately, we won't be able to cover everything, so we just wanted to give you a sneak peek of what's to come, and of course, the white carpet. Unfortunately, tonight is invite only.
It is invite only, but we was invited for him, so.
We invited?
We invited for him. Look at us. We moving up in the world.
Like I come from people.
We are moving up in the world. Well, I want to thank everyone who joined us tonight via the live. I know this experience is one that, some of us wish we could be here for. It's okay.
But let's also... Don't forget there's something tomorrow.
There are things. This is Independence
this weekend.
Listen to me, y'all. It's Independence. Put on your colors, hop in your car, get on the road, and be proud. Go celebrate. Go find
eat and drink something that is authentically Bahamian. Do something. Go draw some hopscotch in the road.
Oh.
When was the last time you played hopscotch?
I have not played hopscotch.
Go play some marbles.
I used to be a hopscotch queen.
Ring play.
Now, and also, can we ring play to Nassau's capital Bahamas? What? Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us at the Imperial Ballroom at the Atlantis Resort. We hope you have an amazing night. Happy Independence, Bahamas.
Happy Independence, Bahamas.